All right, Monday, week 1, July 1998. Last week we saw DX and the Nation trade wins with a 3v3 tag match, and then The Rock via X Pac. 50-50 booking here just to save it for, the next 2 months. Let's see. Undertaker's first Raw match of the year. Uh, as I was saying last, episode, this is, it wasn't intentional. It just kind of happened. He was gone. I think he was gone for like 10 weeks out of the year, selling injuries caused by Kane or something like that. Actually, it was longer. I think it's 12 weeks. I think he's been gone for like 3 months, maybe. But with him not really being, excuse me. As I was saying, I paused because I was coughing. With the Undertaker now, I have room for fresh matchups. Him versus Ken Shamrock, or him versus Umaga, him versus Val, him versus Regal, which I've done before, but not in a while. And then him versus Lance Storm even. Lance Storm debuted last week. He's one of the Un-Americans. So he's going to be, it's the Un-American stable, Regal, Venus. And there's always going to be more people joining, of course, because it's a stable and it's how you keep it fresh. They've been feuding with Too Cool and Rikishi. They're not going to do a six-man tag just because I'm having a eight-man tag on the show and you don't want to have people compare it. Although I do stuff like that at WrestleMania, so who knows. So, let's kick it off with, I think The Undertaker. Alright, so we start off with The Undertaker and Kane. This is their final, heated confrontation. Don't come to blows. I don't do heated confrontations because they're both very over. And it's just a way, excuse me, for them not to talk. Like, I'd have The Undertaker say words, and then Paul Bearer could trade words with him, and then Kane comes out, and they just stare at each other. Maybe Hell in a Cell's there, and they just look up. Maybe, I don't know. Because you want to stay away from the supernatural stuff, in my opinion. It's like, people get into it, but not right now. From there, we go to Val Venis versus Rikishi. And when Rikishi gets the win over Val Venis after interfering from Scotty Too Hottie. And then Rikishi, what's it called? Gives Val the stink face. Pretty much. Haven't done it in a while. Guess probably thought I forgot about it. I haven't. The dancing thing, not going away either. Just, can't have it do every week because but I have 40 people on the roster. And, he's not giving Kane the stink face. So we got to choose it every once in a while, make it special. From there, we get William Regal and Lance Storm versus APA. APA picks up the win here after Too Cool interfered again, getting involved in the Un-Americans because Un-Americans, cost them a little bit. And I think this would be a good way to continue feud. So we're going to see tag match, and we're going to see Rikishi versus Val Venis, and then these two versus Too Cool. After the match, Mara and Barton, the Marvelous Ones, come down and try to attack APA. But of course, APA gets the upper hand and just sends them, throws them over ropes. So no real damage done. So Mara and Barton are, I think, the main event. I think so. Don't quite remember. Here, Dida cuts a promo on Ahmed Johnson before Ahmed Johnson has a match. Or Dida has a match with Psycho Sid. He picks up the win after Umaga and Shamrock interfered. And, with Kurt Hennig was distracting referee, Umaga and Sid come out of nowhere kind of and just beat down Sid a little bit. Third, interference in a row. I wish I noticed that earlier because I would have changed it. It's just something I noticed. Alright, after that, we get the corporation beating on Psycho Sid. It's going to be Umaga or Ken Shamrock versus Psycho Sid. At the pay-per-view here, Battista versus The Rock. Rock here beats Battista by using foreign object. Pretty much he'd use the belt. Can't have The Rock. It doesn't hurt The Rock to lose, cheap, with a cheap win. Pretty much because he's probably my top heel at the moment, so have him win clean all the time. Definitely since I made Battista look strong so far from booking him. Following that, we get Ahmed calling out Brian Pillman to a match, and Pillman agrees. Pillman, has been paying Ahmed's ass and vice versa for the past 2 weeks. And, it's just a little bit of a transitional feud for Pillman. Here, contract signing. You love using the contract signing because it makes the matches more official, in my opinion. Makes them, I don't know, it's just, I like it. I like it when they do it. You can have it back and forth. Doesn't have to be too long, doesn't have to be too short. And it's just a good way to remind people of the match and why. Definitely for the world title. You can have Mankind say what the title means to him. You can have Stone Cold say what the title means to him. From there, we get the Marvelous Ones. First, X-Pac and Triple H. And there's a double count out. Huh. Oh, no, it's not a double count out. What would happen is, it's a non-finish. Okay, I'm sorry. I booked this like a couple hours ago and I came back and recorded it. Pretty much, it was a non-finish. Nation came out and attacked DX, pretty much ending the episode with a huge flurry. Maybe APA would come out and they'd have a huge brawl. Like I said, and actually, you know what? Change what I said in the Nation here. And Raw getting Heat beat down on DX, making them look pretty strong going into their 4v4. These are the competitors. I think it's going to be elimination. Might as well. So it's going to be it for this episode. Actually, no, why did I say that? Episode of Raw. Yeah, okay. It's going to be this for episode of Raw. Let's go to see how Nitro. Alright, 85 rating for us here. Pretty much contract signing, which apparently was much watched TV. Main event was a little bit of a disappointment. I didn't think Battista and The Rock would do better in that match. It is what it is. So, alright, now let's look at Nitro. They have beaten 85. The score is 33-23. Last week I kept on saying 34. I apologize for that. It was just me being dumb. So it's 33-23 before this episode. So let's see. Alright, we beat Nitro here. What? How? I guess that, I don't know. I thought this was a pretty good shit for him. Hogan versus Vader. That would be an interesting matchup. Definitely since Vader is very over at this point. Bret Hart team with Rey Mysterio and Meng. That's an interesting team. You got the technical wrestler, you got the high flyer, and you got the biggest badass. That's crazy. So it's going to be 34-23 going into next week. So we're going to call it an episode here. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good one.